I recently had a session with Josh, the Barefoot Bard, for a power retrieval. And it was something I completely didn't expect because I've done a lot of physical healing, mental and emotional healing, but the spiritual healing part came in last. And I'm only working on it in the last couple years to really focus on the energy and my connection to the divine. And I had realized during the session that I had become a receptacle for everyone else's dreams, nightmares, and baggage and garbage over my entire life. And I had basically been wearing a mask for every single person. And I've said this out loud many, many times before, but to actually feel the grief from it was a completely different scenario. Because imagine for each person that you meet that you love since you were a little person, a little kid, right? You wear a mask for them. A mask for them to love you, a mask for you to love them, how they need to be loved, and doing that your entire life. Can you imagine how exhausting that is? And so throughout the session, it's funny, I kept having these like downloads like the Matrix, like all this garbage, like pulling out. And I tried to open a window so that it would just leave, so that I could be in a position to open up, to not be so stagnant from everyone else's trash, essentially, that they haven't dealt with, but I've been dealing with for them, that I've been enabling them with. That's a whole other thing. And it was wild to me that throughout my experience, I realized that I have been stagnating myself with everyone else's stuff, so I couldn't feel as much creativity, so that I couldn't feel enough connection with the divine. I had been feeling so blocked for a very long time. Like I said, I started sewing projects and never finished them. And now, instead of like a trickle from God and the universe, I feel like there's an open channel to really experience what I get, to lead my best life, and to give some of that love back to me, because I spent so much time loving everybody else just so I can get the bare minimum when I was a kid. And so if you want to get that power back and really understand what is blocking you, and usually it's something that you learned when you were a kid that has remained a habit, an unhelpful one, no matter what, at the end of the day, then reach out to Josh. He is amazing, and I look forward to having more sessions with him.